Ladies and gentlemen, you hear the music in the background. Classic Fat Albert. Let it play for a minute. Hold on. Let that come through. ZoWilliams is in the building. The voice of reason, Sirius Satellite Radio, Channel 106. XM listeners, you're on Channel 149. And tonight's topic, my goodness, is an incredible topic that was brought to us by one of our listeners. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? And that's WEIGHT. Are they worth the wait? That's our topic for tonight. 877-210-6106 is the number to dial. You're listening to ZoWilliams. This is the voice of reason, Sirius Satellite Radio, XM Satellite Radio, Sirius 106, XM 149. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? You know you want to get involved. You know these phone lines, fat, they fill up really, really quickly. So let me move fast. Again, we're introducing another segment, a new segment on the Voice of Reason called the Makeup or Breakup segment. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. If your relationship is on the bubble and you don't know which way to go and you seriously need issues or need help to work your issues out, call us. Email us. 877-210-6106 is the number to dial. We could deal with it right now tonight if you want to just chime in and let me know what's going on. Or you can email me your entire story at zo@sirius-radio.com. That is zo@sirius-radio.com. Also, if you haven't done it yet, it's not too late. Go out and get my book, The Rebirth of Seeds. You can get it at my MySpace page. That's www.myspace.com/Voice of Reason 106. Once again, that's myspace.com/Voice of Reason 106. Please go out and get it. Also, Jamie Foxx's new album, Intuition. We really got to go out there and make an impact because this is a great album. Intuition is in stores right now, in my opinion. And I used to do A&R for Maverick Records in 95. That's Madonna's label. I used to do A&R for Loud Records in 94. That's Steve Rifkin. That's when Loud Records was crazy. I know what a good album is. I know what it takes to make one. This is a great album. Go out and buy it. The album is on fire. Our next segment, really quickly, 15 seconds of fame. I want to shout out Adriana Moreno. Adriana Moreno. She's the Facebook maven. I love her to death. Anyway, she gave us our topic last week. Bedroom turn-ons and turn-offs, what's yours? I want to send a shout out to her and say thank you, thank you, thank you. This week's show comes courtesy of Charles Hibbert out of Milwaukee. Tonight's topic again, I'm dating a fat person. Is he or she worth the wait? And we're going to cover everything fat-oriented. And that's fat, P-H-A-T. 877-210-6106 is the number to dial. You're listening to ZoWilliams. I'm the voice of reason. Let me ask you guys a question out there. Are plus-size people, right? Plus-size people being treated unfairly and discriminated against on the dating scene? Do you think? If you think so, please call in and let me know. I'd really, want to hear your story. I want to hear if people are just tramping on you because you're a Samagerian. Samagerian is Scandinavian for sandwich love. No, I'm just making up shit right now. Anyway, the voice of reason. Please call us and let us know what you think. Right now, I'd like to thank our callers from last week. Tamara from ATL. Evolution from Baltimore. Michelle from St. Louis. Suzanne from New York. Mike and Dion from Dallas, Kim from Los Angeles, Monica from California. California's a big state. She should have gave us her city. We don't know where the hell she's from. Monica from California, Rob from Kansas City, Jamal from Mississippi, Crazy White Boy from Tennessee. He told us about the from under cheese. The cheese from under my nuts. That was him. Appreciate that call. If you're listening, reach back out to us. Jay from Connecticut, Tim from Ohio, Amy from Michigan, Carl from Vegas, Lisa from Chicago, and Darnell from Louisiana. We had a shitload of callers last night, and if you want to get involved in the conversation, the number to dial is 877-210-6106. Ladies, I need you to call. What's your body type? Do you prefer Mr. Big Papa? the body type that Biggie Smalls made famous, the body type that Fat Joe has, you know, Big Pun? Do you like to just wrap your arms around a fourth of the person you're dating? 877-210-6106 is the number to dial. Or do you like Mr. Fitness Buffy? You know, shiny dude, tight shirt. You know, the guys that wears the little, you know, the tight muscle shirt. Yes. Do you like the super fit person? Guys, who you like? Do you like BBW? Do you like the BBW, the big beautiful women? Then they have something else called SSBBW. That's super size big beautiful woman. Tell me what y'all like. I'm starting to recognize that BBW and SSBBW are two classes of women, and I almost found myself liking the BBWs. Now, the BBWs aren't morbidly obese, or obese in the sense of not the medical terminology, because the medical terminology will make them, they're just thick. I like thick. Thicker than a Snicker is what they say. Let me ask you guys in my listening audience again, which overweight celebrity is the sexiest? Do you prefer Ruben Studdard or Shamar Moore? Do you prefer Cedric the Entertainer, right? Or Boris Cujo? Stringer from Chicago, chime in and let me know what the hell you think.
What's going on, man?
I'm chilling big time. What's the word?
Hey, listen, man. I'm a bodyguard. I'm about 6'2", 400 pounds, all right? Man, I like the joke that you came, the little sandwich joke. That was hilarious, nigga. That was funny as hell. But
yes, sir.
this the thing, man. When I meet chicks, man, you know, the first thing they say to me, they say, damn, you smell good. Now, for big dudes, that's number one. Like, that needs to be hand down. I don't know if I'm supposed to smell like cholesterol or what, but you know what I'm saying? I gotta smell good. The hygiene is definitely that number one. And I like big chicks. I like the BBW. I don't know nothing that S that supersized me, big girl. I don't know about all that. Cause see, it gets to a point, fam, where they can't clean everything.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And that's kind of nasty right there. It's only so far. And most big girls, they got short arms, so I know they can't wipe their ass like they supposed to. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to leave them super big girls. I'm going to leave them alone.
Stringer from Chicago, you just brought Chicago into the building. Appreciate your call, man. Continue to call the voice of reason. I'm ZoWilliams. This is the Foxxhole, Sirius and XM satellite radio, channel 106 for the Sirius Love, channel 149 for the XM family. Low Life from Alabama, talk to me. Long time no hear.
What's up, man?
I'm chilling big time.
Man, all right, now, I'm about 6'5", 280 pounds, man. You know what I'm saying? So I like a thick chick, you know what I'm saying? I'm from the South, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people up on the East Coast, you know what I'm saying? They call good down here fat, but you know what I'm saying? We call it country fine, you know what I'm saying? We love some ass and titties, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about some big ass and some big titties, not fat and out of shape, but you know what I'm saying? You know, just that, you know, shaped like a bleach ball or something, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. Pretty red with some long hair, you know what I'm saying? And that was ass.
Man, I appreciate you reaching out to the voice of reason. This is what we do every Thursday. Again, callers, tell me who the sexiest celebrity is. For me, you know, sexiest overweight celebrity. For me, I think Jill Scott is a sexy bowl of grits. I feel her, you know, I like that. I have a little list. I like Monique. Wait, Star Jones? Star Jones wasn't cute.
She looked better before.
Star Jones wasn't cute at all to me. I didn't.
What about Oprah? You like big Oprah?
Star Jones was not, you know, she was not the one for me. I wasn't, you know, no. I like Monique. I like Queen Latifah.
Big Oprah or little Oprah? Big Luther or Little Luther?
I like Luther music. No,
I'm just saying.
Let me just introduce you guys to my friend. She just bogarted onto the show.
That's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the daughter of famed poet and revolutionary brother Gil Scott-Heron. This is his daughter, Jill Scott-Heron, who was supposed to be just visiting and just start talking. So we said, fuck it, put the mic in front of Jill Scott. Again, Gil Scott, Gia Scott. I'm crazy than a bag of angel dust. However, I like Queen Latifah.
Yes.
I like Loretta Devine.
Yes.
And also, in my opinion, I don't think this woman is overweight or obese. She is 5'9" and 181 pounds. Takara. Takara is fine as hell. 877-210-6106 is the number to dial. You listen to the voice of reason. Tonight's topic, I'm dating a fat person. Is he or she worth the wait? WEIGHT. Judy from Arizona, chime in, please.
Well, I'm a big girl. I weigh 200 pounds right now. Now, I used to weigh 300.
Woo!
And
right.
My current husband, I married in July. He met me when I was 300 pounds. And he's a physical trainer. So, and we're both truck drivers. Over the phone, he helped me lose 90 pounds, almost 100 pounds.
And he did it. He did it to help you as far as your health is concerned, correct?
Well, I was curious. I have been very athletic. When I started driving, I became unhealthy and gained 100 pounds in about 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I was about 180. Well, I gained over 100 pounds. I was about 180 when I started driving. So I've always been a big girl, and I'm about 5'6". But I get the skinniest men after my big booty.
And do you think they're in the closet with it? Do you think they don't want to come out and say, you know what the term is? I've been doing the research. They call it chubby chasers.
Yeah, that's what I call it, the chubby chasers. And I don't know about being in the closet because I'm from Arizona where there's not a lot of black men. So I was really shunned while I was in Arizona. When I started trucking, they came out of the woodwork.
Say word, Judy.
I mean,
they was after Judy's booty.
Yeah, they were.
877-210-6106 is the number to dial. Judy, I got to move. So many callers are calling in. I appreciate your call. Thank you. Voice of Reason in the building. Fat Boy. Tell me what you talking about, Virginia.
What's up, Zoe?
I'm chilling big time.
Hey, first of all, Zoe, I don't mean to correct you, but I'm from Mississippi. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, my bad. They wrote VA here, dude. I'm sorry. Mississippi, represent.
Well, first of all, Zoe, I'm a fat boy. You know what I'm talking about? I'm a big... And the thing I had to learn the most was about a woman, you know what I'm talking about? A woman loves confidence. They love a man that's confident. You know what I'm talking about? You have a lot of guys that's out here have low self-esteem. You know, think they can't get a beautiful girl because of their weight. And I beg to differ because, like I say, I'm a fat boy. I got confidence. And like the phone caller said, you got to have good hygiene. You got to take care of yourself.
And, you know, Fat Boy, let me ask you a question. Do you think it's more difficult to bathe yourself properly when you're overweight or when you're close to being obese?
No, I don't think so. But if a person cannot bathe themselves properly, so hell, they need to get somebody to help them bathe themselves.
Damn.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about, man. Fat Boy from Mississippi, appreciate the call. Thanks for reaching out. Al from Los Angeles, where are you on this topic, man?
Man, I just wanted to say that basically I love big women. I've always have since high school. You know, I ain't no chubby chaser or nothing like that. Just love. I mean, I don't like the really obese ones, but I love nice, healthy women. You know, that's really confident. Actually, when I was in high school, I played football. I had a nice little body, and my wife was a little bigger than I was. We've been together since high school, and now, you know, it's tables to turn. You know, she's nice and small, and I'm a little bit bigger. I'm 6 feet, exactly 250 pounds. But you know, I'm way bigger than I used to be, and she's way smaller than she used to be. But I still love big women. You know, she's just where I want her at right now. But I love Jill Scott. You're right. That's my baby right there. I love her. So Hey, keep it real, man. Love your show. This is my first time ever calling. But, yo, I like what you talk about, man. Make sure I listen to you every time you on the radio. So keep it up, homie.
Hey, I appreciate you, Big Al. I'll hear from you next week. Again, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's show, I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Let's think about it. I need you to call in. I need you to chime in. 877-2-106-106. My niece's my niece's father is out there. His name is Pet Rock. If he calls, let him through. Let Pet Rock through from Chattanooga, because this is my niece's uncle. He said last week I was saying the number too fast. We're about to take a quick break, and I want you guys to chime in on this conversation because I can't do it without you. I'll be back in a second. Peace. Yo, Zometheus Rising. ZoWilliams, the voice of reason. Sirius Satellite Radio, XM Radio. My Sirius listeners, you're on 106. My XM listeners, you're on 149. You are tuned into the voice of reason, which is on the Foxxhole. Yes, Jamie Foxx has his own radio station, and this is how we get down. Every Thursday nights, I do the voice of reason, and I want to just cover a few facts. First and foremost, let me just do this really quickly. I want to shout out some of the Facebook people gave us some of their favorite sexy celebrities. Angela McKenzie said Heavy D, and Kevin James of Mall Cop and King of Queens was a sexy big dude. Angela Maria says Cedric the Entertainer is a sexy big dude. Sylvia Maria Johnson says Ricky Ross and the late great Gerald Levert is a sexy dude. Big dude. Big boned love. Big boned love. I want to say the pros and cons of dating an overweight person. A lot of people say there's more to love. Pro. Then the con may be their smaller counterpart, significant other, may be encouraged to take on their unhealthy eating habits. Do you agree or disagree? Are you dating somebody? Are you dating someone where you're not overweight, but they are, and you find yourself taking on some of their eating habits? Call me. 877-2-106-106 is the number to dial. USA obesity rates reach epidemic proportions. They say over 58 million people in America are overweight. They say 40 million, because there's a difference between overweight and obese. They say 40 million people are obese. They say 3 million people are morbidly obese. And they say 8 out of 10 over 25 is considered overweight. They say 78% of Americans not meeting basic activity levels. So when we start talking about being overweight and obese and all of that, what we're talking about is food that we eat, which is fuel, gets stored because we're living a sedentary life. Is that crazy? What are we doing? Is television that good? Is the internet that dope that we just sit and vegetate out? Or are our lives that mediocre? And then on top of that, what do? We date the sickness. If you're dating a BBW, call me. 877-2-106-106 is the number to dial. Pet Rock from Chattanooga. This is family.
ZoWilliams, what's up?
What's up, man?
You, man, how you doing?
I'm alive and well. Don't you know, when I was 8, I saw you and my sister conceiving my niece.
We won't go there, Zoe. We won't go there.
Listen, my sister told me to tell you that.
I'm old school, but I do not fight in the heavyweight division.
You don't fight the heavyweight division?
Don't fight the heavyweight division, bro.
Why not?
Just don't do it. I don't do it. You don't either, as best I can remember.
No, I don't.
There you go. So why not?
But you know what Pet Rock, you know what I've learned? I've learned that I like BBWs. Now that I've done the research,
wow.
I found out that BBWs aren't what I considered really big and all whacked out and out of shape. I found
Well, what are they then, though? What are they?
Buffy the Body is a BBW. I can do Buffy the Body. 877-2-106-106 is the number to dial. If you can do Buffy the Body, somebody call me and co-sign Buffy the Body's body. I can do that. What about you, Pet Rock? Can you do Buffy the Body?
Shut up, True. I've got her magazine with her on the cover of it. Yeah, definitely.
Do you understand? So once I
She's
found
thick,
out,
though. She's thick. She's not a heavyweight. She's just thick.
yeah, they say the BBWs go up to around 250 pounds.
That's a little steep. That's a little steep, though.
That's a little sandwichy.
That's a little
right?
steep. Little steep. Hey, good to talk to you, man. Be safe,
Hey,
brother.
I
God bless.
appreciate you. Call me anytime. Michelle from California, talk to me about the BBW love. What's going on?
Hey, Zoe, how you doing?
I'm alive and well.
Man, it doesn't matter the size. What's inside makes the person sexy.
That's true.
Now, Chicago had a good point where they got to be clean. They got people got to keep themselves clean, but that's true whether they're big, small, anything in between.
That's true. That's true. Sexiness and attraction, it's not based on body shape. And then you have to understand there's also people who have preferences. Like, for instance, I had 2 overweight parents. My father looked like Barry White. My mother looked like a really big Halle Berry. So when I walked in on them, because I had a habit of walking in on people right in the mix, and I think the stigma of seeing the ocean of thickery in the room, his naked, dark black thickness and her creamy, just dimpled thickness just destroyed my overall love for it. So, Michelle, thank you for calling. But again, you're right. Sexiness has nothing to do with your build. I was just traumatized as a child walking in on the great walls of dimples. Again, Keith from Richmond, talk to me and tell me what you thinking.
Hey, what's going on, Zoe? How you doing, man?
I'm alive and well. What's the word, my friend?
Hey, man, my favorite, she's not a BBW, but my favorite celebrity, Kerry Washington. Oh, my God, I love that girl. But
She's not a
anyway,
BBW. Her lips might be a BBW.
Yeah,
but she's beautiful. She is beautiful, though.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Mm-hmm.
But, man, let me say this, and you can comment on this.
Mm-hmm.
I was messing around with this girl. She was about 175.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to let her go, man. She got into my soul, man. And I think that is what a BBW has. They have the ability to get into the soul of a man versus a skinny woman who, in my opinion, is very artificial and very on the surface. And I'm going to let that go. And you can comment on that. Be blessed, man. Have a good night, man.
I appreciate you, man. Thanks for reaching out. Again, he makes a good point. Part of the stigma is that bigger women are more down to earth. The so-called pretty, perfect body who has a line of guys around the corner woman, I can pick and choose who I want, and there's a stuck-up, conceited air about them. A lot of times the bigger woman appears to be the more down to earth. Ladies, they have to be nice. Oh, my producer said the big girls have to be nice. They don't have a choice. Is that true, big girls? I'm hearing big girls say, if you go on the internet and type in BBW, YouTube, there's so many women out there that are embracing their heft, their body, their girth. They're finding worth in the girth. You know what I mean? And I attribute a lot of that to the comedian Monique, who did the movie Fat, right? Fat Girls, P-H-A-T, Fat Girls. So there are a lot of women out there who are feeling empowered and they're feeling good about their bodies. And a lot of men are out there really pursuing these women. I was trying to get Speedy on this show because Speedy of Speedy's Comedy Corner on Wednesday nights, he loves them. He could find a little crevice in their body somewhere and pour soup in it. He loves them so much. Again, I agree with the sister who just called, Michelle. It's not about the build all the time. Sometimes it's just about the energy. A lot of these women come across so sexy. I don't particularly like big girls, but I would holler at Monique. I would holler at her. She's one of my top 5 in big women. Lauren from Chicago, you're a guy, hopefully. Talk to me and tell me what you get down with.
What up, man? What up? Yes, I am a guy.
All right, cool. What's the word, my friend?
Hey, man, I'm 280 pounds.
Yes, sir.
Knocking 300 real easy is up and down between 280 and 300 all the time. But I get very good compliments on my size because I take care of myself, you know. I dress impeccably. I smell good. And that's the thing about big people. You know, one thing you got to do, you always got to keep up with your hygiene because I sweat a lot. You know, the type of work I do, I always sweat. And my girl, she love it. You know, she love my size. She don't complain about it. She's only 125 pounds. So
she's only 125 pounds?
That's it, man.
Wow.
That's it.
And she loves it, huh?
Man, yeah.
She got her own little, when you sweat, she got her own little slip and slide, huh? Just sliding all through your little crevices.
Call me a teddy bear. That's all she ever calls me is a teddy bear. So.
Hey, Brother Lauren, I appreciate you calling. You do know what your name means, right?
What does it mean, man?
The crown. Look up your name. It means the crown. It means royalty. Lawrence, Larry, Lauren, all of those names come from the same name. I just thought I'd share that with you. I appreciate you reaching out to the Voice of Reason. This is how we do every Thursday. You call back anytime now, okay? So, again, everybody is sharing their thoughts on this, and here's the thing. There are some health issues involved with being overweight or obese, and they got this thing called the BMI, right? The body mass index, right? And not everybody is in agreement with this thing, but basically it's a mathematical equation based off of your height and your weight, which calculates your body fat. And the bottom line is, if you're over, 20, I think it's, if you're over 30%, right, mass or height and weight, you're considered obese, right? And if you're like 29, like for instance, I'm 6'3", I weigh 198 pounds. So I'm at 29%. So if I gain 2 pounds, I'm considered overweight. Isn't that crazy? So a lot of people don't necessarily agree with the method of doing that. They use that measure to what do you write? They use that to measure Italians because they're little. Hysterical. That was Terrence Hendricks who offered that little note, my producer, the Voodoo Child. They used the BMI index to measure Italians. Hysterical. Again, the BMI index. If you get on the internet, you could do a little, Google that, and it'll give you a calculator, and you can find out if you're overweight or not. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to ZoWilliams, Sirius Satellite Radio, Voice of Reason. This is what we do every Thursday. I'm dating a fat person. Is he or she worth the wait? You better hurry up and call in. We only got a half an hour left. 877-2-106-106 is the number to dial. I'll be speaking to you in a minute. Peace. Lean back, or should I say lean fat. Ladies and gentlemen, ZoWilliams, Sirius Satellite Radio, Foxxhole, XM Satellite Radio. This is what we do. Channel 149 and 106 respectively. Again, tonight's topic, I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Let me just say this. People have this fetish thing going on too. There's a fat admirer. Go to the internet and look up FA. A fat admirer. Usually, a fat admirer is considered a heterosexual man, a straight guy, who really, really, really admires the fatness of women. Finds it sexually appealing to them. Then I found another fetish called feederism. Now, this is crazy. Feederism is, I saw a video on YouTube. Go to YouTube and look up feederism. They have these SS BBWs, SS supersized BBWs, big beautiful women. Now, you know how college kids go on spring break and they get the funnel and they pour the beer down there? Yeah, beer bong. They have food bongs for the fat girls, and they pour eggnog in. This is a sexual fetish. Now, it's just getting out of control. So I wonder, right? And I wonder if these women, because, you know, the self-esteem issue is big, you know, there's social, you know, the society has like a stigma that says the big girl doesn't get the guy, you know, she has to do more, she has to go further, and she has to be nastier, she has to be more pleasing and serving to the guy in order to get the guy. I wonder if big girls are the new dildo, are the new sex toy. Are people using big women? And hear what I'm saying? Because, again, I just think they use the big people for the sexual prowess of it all. Big girls having to do whatever to get a guy. 877-2-106-106 is the number to dial. Call in and let me know what you think. I got a lot of people on Facebook who are saying crazy stuff like, I wouldn't date a big guy unless he had money. There's one girl, Bernadette Walker, just said it straight up. He got to have money, because I don't want to be hugged up with some big stank ass dude. That's what she said. 877-2-106-106 is the number to dial if you disagree with her. Then, again, I was talking about the body mass index. There's a school in New Jersey that's handing out body mass index report cards. And they constantly measure the kids' height and weight, and they send home pass or fail grades
to the parents.
Like, hey, your kid is getting in fatteration world.
Ouch.
We need to work on this.
Yeah.
And I think they're doing it because they're saying, for the first time in American history, that, you know, a lot of children are
coming with diabetes
and getting, you know,
obese for their age.
So a couple of states wasn't with it. Right. Texas and Georgia.
You gotta target it early. You can't just let it spin out of control.
Texas and Georgia was more like, Texas said no, Georgia said no. Georgia said no because it might do something to the kid's self-esteem. So, and then Texas said no because, hey, we don't want these report cards to regulate how people eat. You know, so, I mean, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. So if we're looking at the children and their metabolic rates, again, 4% of kids were overweight in 1982. That went up to 16% in 94. Wow. That went up to 25% in 2001. And then that went up to 33% for African American and Hispanic children in 2001. Hospital costs associated with childhood obesity has risen from 35 million in 1979 to 127 million in 1999. So, you know, the thing is, it might be sexy, might be fun, but what are the long-term, I mean, listen.
A lot of health risks involved with that.
Right, and I told you I have the big Halle Berry-looking mama.
Right.
But she's sick. She has type 2 diabetes. She has congestive heart failure. She has hypertension.
Right.
She got a whole bunch of stuff going on. She got the whole, she got the six-pack.
Right.
Ron from ATL, what's going on with you? Chime in, brother.
What's going on, Zo? What's up with you, man?
I'm alive and well. What's the word, my friend?
Nothing much, man. First of all, first-time caller, man. Enjoy your show, man.
Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate you.
You mentioned about Buffy the Body, man. Who got a better body than her, man?
Damn, it's really hard to find. It's really hard to find.
You're right. And if I may, man, it's about presentation, man. You know, if you're going to have a big girl, I mean, just distinguish, okay, between these like this. You have two big girls. One is just be having a spandex shorts, stomach all out, this, that, and the other, just looking nasty, versus the one that's just nice dressed and this, that, and the other. I mean, why wouldn't you, get with a big girl? I don't know how else to put it. I mean, if they present themselves in a good way, they confident about themselves, shoot, they got your back more than a skinny person do.
You know, because the skinny person might be looking over her shoulder for the next opportunity.
That's all they doing, man. They money hungry, man.
Damn. You mean there ain't no money-hungry big girls? Money-hungry big girls, please call in. 877-2-106-106 is the number to dial. Ron from ATL, I appreciate you reaching out. This is the voice of reason. You're welcome anytime. Again, what in the hell is going on? Now, listen, let me just say this really quickly. Not all overweight people are overweight because they have poor eating habits or they're sedentary or they don't have enough activity, even though there are some people that need to set some boundaries with regards to their intake and their activity. But a lot of people might have a glandular situation, right? Might be hormonal. They have a disease out there called Cushing syndrome, where the pituitary gland tells the adrenal glands to produce cortisol, and that's flight or fight. Like, oh shit, So it keeps the body settled during stressful situations. So a lot of people are suffering from that. So, I mean, it ain't just somebody laying on the couch, snacking until a coma, It's like they have a little hot dog necklace on and they're just yumming off. So, sometimes it's a glandular situation. Sometimes it's genetic. Bug from PA, what you got talking about? What you want to talk about, man?
First off, I love the show.
Appreciate
First time caller.
Thank you, man.
Second off, for what that Beretta girl on Facebook said, she's just stupid. Yeah, Bernadette, my bad. She's just dumb because, for one, I'm like 350. I'm a big dude, but I carry myself well. I'm saying Ralph Lauren, like, all the time. Cologne, smelling good. My girl, she's at least 250. She don't complain. She looks good. And for what everybody's saying with taking a big girl over a skinny girl any day, I haven't dated a skinny girl since the 6th grade.
Is that because you didn't want to, or is that because you had to settle for girls in your weight class?
Nah. I'm confident as hell. I believe I can get whatever girl I set my mind to.
So you could pull it if you wanted to, right?
Yeah, I believe
that's what I'm talking about.
Skinny girls don't do it for me. Like Monique, skinny bitches, just like she says.
Talk to me, man.
I just can't stand it.
Man, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Tell me something. Go ahead.
I feel if you can be big and carry yourself well, I don't see how you can't look good in somebody else's eyes.
True indeed. Hey, big bug from PA. I appreciate the call, man. You could call here anytime. First time caller. This is the voice of reason. This is what I do. Sirius XM, Foxxhole. This is how we get down every Thursday. Continue to call the voice of reason. I'm him. Let me go to Christine from Oaktown in the building. Holla.
Hey, so how are you?
I'm alive and well, sweetie. What's up with you?
Hey, I'm calling to represent the big girls.
Speak on it, BBW.
I like to call us size sexy, actually.
Plus size sexy will be the new euphemism. Let's go with it then, Christine.
I just wanted to put it out there that all plus-size women are not women with low self-esteem that have to settle for any certain type of man. It's all in how you see yourself and what type of confidence that you have. You can have whatever you want. If you prefer big guys, go for it. If you prefer the smaller ones, go for that too. But don't settle under any circumstances. Don't settle.
Right. So, Christine, do you find that big guys, skinny guys, it doesn't even matter the shape, size, or whatever, are constantly hollering at you, constantly stepping to you to be with you, to bed you down? I mean, talk to me. Tell me how dudes get at you.
I get attention from a variety of sizes. I don't discriminate because I don't want to be discriminated against. So it's not what you look like out on the outside. If you step into me and your conversation is good and you present yourself well, you smell nice, you clean, then I'm going to give you a little attention.
You know what? I'm hearing tonight, Christine, that smell is a big issue with the big
folk. Oh, yes.
Have you smelled some raw fatness? Talk to me.
Yes. They are out there.
Is fat must different from skinny must? Talk to me.
I think it is. I think it's some more...
it's more cheesy.
I don't know if you would call it cheesy, but it just doesn't smell like you take good care of yourself.
It's death, right? It smells like... Yeah. It's not a good look. And you know what,
no.
Christine, I so appreciate you reaching out tonight. The voice of reason. This is what we do every Thursday. You're more than welcome to call us back. Ladies and gentlemen, I have questions. I mean, does the unbearable pressure to have a perfect body and accumulate happiness through external means lead to a sedentary life? Do we find ourselves saying, you know what, fuck it. It's just too hard to keep up with the skinny Joneses. I'd rather just sit on the couch, ice cream, M&Ms, and just veg out. Because the sedentary life is based on, I think, failure. Give me a call and let me know what you think. I'm dating a fat person. Is he or she worth the wait? 877-210-6106 is the number to dial. I'm ZoWilliams. This is the voice of reason, and I'll be back in a second. Holla. Yes, sir. ZoWilliams back in the building. You better let the fat boys roll a second. What? This is my era right here. I'm dating myself, but hey. What? You're listening to the voice of reason. I'm ZoWilliams, Sirius Satellite Radio, XM Satellite Radio. For my Sirius listeners, you're on channel 106. For my XM listeners, you're on 149. Again, I'm dating a fat person. Is he or she worth the wait? Would you date someone who is borderline to morbidly obese? Obese. I keep saying obese. They're obese. They're big beast. Rah! No, I'm not. No, I'm just playing. Would you? I need to know. 877-210-6106 is the number to dial. We're having a conversation here. We're doing this together. Please call and let me know what you think. I think it's very important.
I agree with all the people saying that it has a lot to do with how you carry yourself. You know, if you're all slumped over and your posture's all messed up and your clothes are just like whatever and you just have that, you know, forget it attitude, then you're going to exude that type of energy, and that's what you're going to attract. Or you may not attract anything at all.
Right. Well,
you know, people may just pass you by, but if you carry yourself upright, dignified, head held high, clothes looking good, smelling good, hair done, whipped, whatever you got to do, and your esteem is up there, that's what you're going to attract.
Right. Well, we know sexiness it doesn't have a body preference.
Right.
You know,
it's a state
confidence
of mind
and all of that.
Yeah.
So again, back to our BMI range. They consider starvation is less than 14.9%. They say you're starving if your BMI is at 14.9. They consider you underweight when it's from 15 to 18.4. They consider you normal at 18.5 to 22.9. They consider you overweight when it's at 23 to 27.5. And they consider you morbidly obese when it's greater than 40. So that's our BMI scale here. And some people's BMI read like the Dow Jones or the NASDAQ. And I think it's important that we look at it from the perspective of if we're going to live this kind of lifestyle, there are some repercussions. And usually those health repercussions, there's so many, you know, heart failure, disease, you know, all the diseases that are associated with it. It's cool to be sexy on one end, but at the other end, you might want to be healthy as well. Fucking hilarious. From Kansas. Is that where you from? Talk to me. From California? What up, fucking hilarious? Tell me about what's going on with you, man.
Man, first of all, I'm not a fan of the Foxxhole. I'm a student of the Foxxhole. Big ups to you guys, man, throughout the whole political process. You know, mad ups to keeping us all, you know, up with what was going on with the whole Barack thing. That's one. I'm back on your subject.
Yes, sir. Talk to me.
Fat people. You ever notice that when you're walking down the street or you see fat people, they always eating? They always got a snack with them or something. They always eating. You know. I can't, you know, I've had fat girls, you know what I'm saying? But I can't get with the fat girls, man, primarily because it's not a healthy lifestyle. You know, I know a lot of fat people, you know, you look at them, they're overweight, and they look at their parents and they're overweight. Next thing you know, you hear from your man who weighs 300 pounds and his dad is just passed away from a heart attack or a stroke. You know what I'm saying? So you got to really, really be conscious about what you think is sexy and what you know is healthy, and always stuffing garbage in your face. You know what I'm saying? Like foods that are addictive, like all that McDonald's and all that, you know, potato chips and all the salty stuff is not healthy for you, man, and it's going to kill you.
Listen, let me tell you, my mother is in a hospital right now. You know, fucking hilarious. My mother's in a hospital right now, and she said, if you come to visit me, you better bring either some soda or an ice cream or don't come. So, again, you're absolutely right. Thank you for the call, fucking hilarious. Man, it's very, very difficult to change a habitual kind of lifestyle. But it isn't just food. I don't agree with everything fucking hilarious said, because we have to keep in mind it's not just food. Sometimes it's hereditary. Sometimes it's hormonal. There are a lot of reasons why people are overweight. And here's the real thing. Everybody can't be skinny. There's a different body type and different body types, and not everybody can be skinny.
And then you'll have women gain weight, like, during pregnancy, and they're not able to drop it so easy after they give birth.
And let me just say, because I have some kids, and sometimes the extra little weight does something for the shape altogether.
Oh, yeah. It's not always a bad thing.
It's not always. I'm telling you, it's not always.
Sometimes it gets to the point where they're large, and
it does. Troy, ATL, holla. Troy from ATL, are you there? It's your turn. Is Troy there? Troy drop. All right, then call us back. Is he there? McNasty, Mississippi. Talk to me, man.
Good, though.
I'm chilling, man. What's the word, McNasty? That's a hella name.
Yo, you took the name Jill Scott right out my mouth, man.
Jill Scott, beautiful than a motherfucker, ain't she?
Dog, I didn't know I liked Jill Scott until she was at one of them BET Awards.
Mm-hmm.
She must have had on some 6-inch stilettos, and them calves looked like ham hocks, man.
But her presence, the way she comes in, she just commands the attention of the room, and her energy is so beautiful, and it's almost a perfect energy, and it doesn't even matter what her build is like, and really her build to me accentuates her beauty, man.
Exudes a light.
It is beautiful, man. Talk to me, McNasty. Tell me more.
She definitely soulful than the motherfucker, man. But I do want to say this, as far as like that whole lifestyle with the big girls and whatnot. I'm 6 feet, 230 pounds, and I ain't a little dude, but you know what I'm saying? Big girls be coming at me hard.
I bet.
You know what I'm saying? And big girls got game.
Big girls need love too. Big girls need love too.
Exactly. And I know it may. I like fucking the last is saying I done hit a couple big girls before, but I can't make them my main one. You know what I'm saying?
Why not?
That might be kind of shallow, but I mean, I think part of it is you want a trophy on your arm. Not to say a big girl can't be a trophy, but that's just not what I have. That's not the expectation I got for myself.
So McNasty, I gotta ask you: are we a superficial society then?
We are.
Because what if this big woman? What if it was Jill Scott? You couldn't make Jill Scott your number one piece?
Yeah, that's something different, doesn't it? Jill
Scott, it's something different because she could sing.
Nah, it ain't that, man. But she got that. She got that certain.
She got all the shit I just described, right?
Exactly.
Right. So
but we are superficial people, though. I mean, nobody might not want to agree with it, but that's the truth. I'm saying the shit people thinking, but I know somebody might call and say he wrong for that, but that's the truth.
Wow. McNasty, I appreciate you calling the voice of reason. This is how I get down, man. Brandon, New Orleans, holla.
What's happening, you dig? First off, I gotta say, with these fat women and fat people in general, that's the problem. We become an acceptance of all the fat people, and we need to step up and say that it's not good to be fat. It's okay to be healthy, and you can be big and healthy. You don't have to be skinny, because there's some skinny people that are unhealthy.
That are emaciated. They look like a walking cigarette.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's not sexy. It's TV and it's media that's giving these fat women or these healthy big women low self-confidence, and they feel like they got to be that best girlfriend, your buddy, all those other things that skinny girls don't have to do.
Right.
Go out because they presume they give out confidence, and I say confidence is 50% of your potential.
That's speak on it, Brandon. I appreciate the call, man. Continue to reach out to the voice of reason. It's how we do. And again, he touched on something that's very, very important. The average woman in America is size 14. We have a destructive media system that sends out an image that says emaciation is cute. Starvation is fly. It's a distorted perspective. So the self-esteem is really fragile when it comes to that, because now you're trying to live up to an unrealistic expectation of yourself. Paul from Houston, chime.
Well, I've been married to my wife for 23 years, and out of the 23 years, my wife has had 6 kids, and out of the 6, 2 of the births was successful. So a lot of women that have had children gain that weight. Now, when I met my wife, she was a $105. But now I love her to death. She eat healthy, she exercise, and she's educated, and she work hard.
Speak on it.
Some women can lose that weight, and some women can't. But it's about how they treat themselves, how they keep themselves. It's all about the confidence, and I love my wife to death.
Man, thank you for the call, Houston. My man Paul from Houston, I appreciate you representing that. And again, people are calling in with real life stories and real life situations, and it's making a lot of sense. Sexual attraction is not confined to a body type. And once we get over that, and a lot of women didn't call in and talk about it, but if we like really extend this conversation and really go out and pull people in, dude, there are a lot of big girls and big people out there that are being ridiculed unmercifully because they're big. So, but what I feel good about is you had some real people call in tonight and talk about their confidence, their self-worth. It's not based on what their body image is. So I think that's important. And as is usual, when we wrap the show, I do my final thought. And again, with the final thought, we just try to clear it up for everybody, and we want people to call in and let us know, because this conversation has to go beyond the radio show. It has to go to the Facebook, the Twitter, the MySpace. You know, I want to hear what you guys are saying. So let me wrap this up by saying the purpose of tonight's show was to bring a deeper understanding to those of us who struggle with the negative public perception, health concerns, discrimination, travel, and body image issues that stem from being overweight or stem from being an overweight or obese citizen. This show was also for those of us who simply enjoy and celebrate having a lot more meat on our significant other's bones. I think it's very important that we understand that unconditional love for oneself and others has no special look or weight requirement. So with that, here are my top tips on how to date an overweight lover. Tip number 1. If you're the shallow Hal type, don't waste their time. A superficial personality who judges people by looks alone can be very damaging to a person who isn't fully comfortable with their body image or weight. Tip number 2, empowerment is the key. Help build self-esteem and self-worth with advice that is given only when asked for. And it has to come from an empathetic tone. Be the advice you offer, i.e., if you suggest that your partner should work out, you should already be working out. Don't be like, you get your fat ass off the couch and you sitting there with a box of Cracker Jacks. Hands sticky to the motherfucker. Don't do that. All right? Tip number 3, remember that the overweight and obese people, they're human beings too. Remember that. So basic human needs like respect, consideration, and the desire to belong applies to them just as much as it applies to you. Tip number 4, help them develop a better relationship with food. If it is determined that your mate's way of eating is unhealthy, try to implement a healthier and more fulfilling outlook for them to follow if their eating habits put them in grave health risk. I'm ZoWilliams. And that's my final thought. You've been listening to the Voice of Reason, Sirius Satellite Radio, XM Satellite Radio. Sirius, you're on 106. XM, you're on 149. This is how we get down every Thursday. I need you to continue this conversation on Facebook and everything. This is how we get down. Zoe at Sirius-radio.com is the number to get at me. MySpace.com/Voice of Reason 106. That's where you can catch me on MySpace. ZoWilliams on Facebook. Holla at me and go buy my book. I'll holla next week. Peace.